What's up, Commanders? Dimebot here. Welcome back to Elite Dangerous and another Starter's Guide. Trailblazers is here, bringing with it Colonization, and while I do not have tons of details on the end game of it, we can get started. So the first thing you want to do is come to Contacts and open up this System Colonization contact who is brand new. So we're going to begin a new claim here. Now, first thing you'll see is this bubble. Now, what this is telling you is that this map is going to let us see the range for system colonization. It's that green bubble in the background. We'll take a look at it in a second. It's about 10 light years. It'll show you the systems you can and can't expand into. And if system data is available, it'll let you see information about it. If not, you need to go out and scan the systems yourself with the FSS. After selecting that, then you have to configure your primary port. And then you have to go and put out a beacon, which we'll get into. So here you can see this green sphere. It's about 10 light years. Green systems are ones that I can claim. Purple ones with the purple triangle, inhabited. The yellow triangle is my systems, and X are blocked, and then the others are simply out of range. Now you see here, I don't have any data on these systems, so I can't view them. But what we can do is we can go out there and we can go scan. And I would recommend that you do this. Go out there, go scan some systems, and see if you can find some that meet whatever criteria you're looking for. Are you looking for a whole bunch of gas giants that you can mine at? You're looking for a bunch of planets that you can use to put bases on? You know, whatever your criteria are, go out there and scan the systems with the FSS. So once you have scanned to your heart's content, go ahead and head back to your port of choice and head over to the System Colonization tab. Make sure it's a system that's in range of the system you want to colonize. Begin your claim. And we are simply going to select the system that you want to colonize. In my case, it is HIP 46414. Now click on Configure Primary Port. So you'll see here that it shows us that there are 3 stars, 25 planets, 43 orbital construction sites, and 30 surface construction sites. That's a pretty good amount. As we click on the map here, just looking around at the system, configure the primary port, and you can select from starport or outpost. You'll notice the tiers listed here. Guys, you're going to want to go with an outpost unless you have an awful lot of people. You'll see down there in the bottom that it is $25 million to confirm a claim. Now I'm just going to be looking. Here you can see some of the things that the starports do. You'll notice the blue and red arrows for the changes in things like population, development, red for the security. And there's a list of items that you need to bring in order to begin construction. 32,000 titanium is a lot. Now, FDev has said that they may be adjusting these. Here's what it looks like with the Artemis. You'll see the details there. And let's take a look at the Coriolis. You'll see that this does not require as many materials. It is still a pretty hefty chunk, particularly CMM composites. And you'll see that it doesn't have quite as large changes because it is a Tier 2. Tier 1 is going to be our outpost. You have these to choose from. Each one looks a little different, as you can see in the preview window over there. We take a look at the Plutus Commercial Outpost here. You notice these points right here. They are rewarded for Tier 2 construction once you finish this. You'll see the requirements for this are significantly lower, although some of them are still pretty high. And you'll see that it has some rather modest changes to the actual system details themselves. However, this is probably going to be where most of you are starting off. Now, once you have settled on your outpost, you're going to go ahead and need to confirm your claim. As I said, 25 million credits, so definitely not as expensive as a fleet carrier. Now, the System Colonization map. This is going to show you construction projects in the systems, show where commanders can deliver resources to help complete things, and as a note, the construction sites will pay above galactic average. Now, Architect View is their new view that shows you where you can place things. The System Architect can use this to look at construction sites, choose a facility to build. You can only have a certain number at one time, and most importantly, ground facilities, planetary body facilities, have to be placed by the architect when they are there. They have to travel to the body, the planet, and manually select and position the facility using that colonization suite module. Now, what module are you talking about? This thing is going to be on your ship automatically once you do this, so don't worry about it. And you'll be able to see it in my fire groups here in just a minute when we get to that point. So we've got all of that selected. Now, once you do this, you see if that system says it is already claimed. We only have a certain amount of time to actually get there, and that amount of time would be 24 hours to get there and to deploy the beacon. You see right here, we have 23 hours, 58 minutes, and 41 seconds to view. You do have the opportunity to release your claim at this point if you want to. And she's telling me to deploy the system colonization beacon. So you see here the HIP is marked as a mission for me, and deploy claim beacon has popped up in my missions. Don't let this trip you up, guys. It's not telegraphed very well. Once you make your claim, you don't need to do anything but take off and head there. They did not put in too many tooltips that explain this, but what you need is on your ship as soon as you click to make that claim and get ready to fly. So we're going to head on over to my chosen system, and I will show you guys your next steps. Alright guys, as we arrive in the system, you'll see that beacon deployment site has popped up. Simply navigate to that just like it was a nav beacon in a regular system. You see it's right here, pretty close to the star. And we're going to go ahead and drop in there and then deploy the beacon. It's a pretty simple process, so let's go ahead and jump to it. Right, here we are in normal space. You'll notice I have that message, beacon deployment site reached, get in range. So all we have to do is simply turn towards that spot. You'll see it is 550 meters or so away. Now, I mentioned earlier that you would have the SC suite added to your ship. You need to make sure it's in a fire group like I have right over here on the right. And just head on up to the beacon. Now, I got a little too close here and had to actually back off of it for a minute. Once you get good and lined up, go ahead and launch your beacon. And you see that it has been deployed. There it goes right in front of us. It has established the orbital plane by doing a scan. And contacting the colonization ship, this will start a 3-minute cooldown or countdown until the colonization ship arrives. Guys, once your ship has arrived, look in your nav panel for it. Unfortunately, mine decided to show up 470,000 light seconds away from where we currently are, but that's my problem. Once your ship has shown up, you can go ahead and head over there if you so wish. Now, once you arrive at your colony ship, you can go ahead and set down and you can access what limited services it has. Well, you'll see that we have refuel, rearm, repair, and construction services. And this is going to be the list of everything that you need to bring to this colonization ship in order to construct your primary port. Now, if you'll notice the counter, we have 3 weeks to do this. You have a considerable amount of time to actually construct the port. 27 days, 23 hours, 38 minutes is where we were at when I was doing this recording. So some people are getting tripped up. You have 24 hours to deploy the beacon to claim the system. After that, you have 27 days to actually build the primary port. If you do not complete it within that time, then it will fail. But you do not have to do all of that in 24 hours. What you have to do in 24 hours is arrive in your chosen system that you have claimed and deploy the beacon. Now, I highly recommend using Inara to find sources for your materials. There is quite a lot. You can access the map and see this from anywhere via this drop-down. It's not the easiest thing to access. You can do it in several ways by navigating to the system manually. You can use the colonization tab and open it that way, but it is a several-step process. As is most things with FDev's menus, but it is remotely accessible, so you don't have to write it down or take screenshots, although I did anyways, and I would recommend maybe doing that to keep tabs on things. But once you have done this, you have completed the first major steps of colonization. All that is left from now is to go and get the materials and deliver them back to your station. And that's really it, guys. So go get started on colonizing your system of choice and getting your primary starport built. If you guys liked the video, found it useful or helpful, hey, like and subscribe. I will be doing more colonization videos, but if you have questions, leave them below and I'll try to answer them. If you really enjoy the videos, think about becoming a community member to support the channel. And if you're here till the end, watch times key on YouTube. Thank you very much. My name is Dimebot. I will see you guys next time.